Well, hello and happy brand new day. It's another one. It's May 16th, 2026, Saturday. Yay. So, I'm Mike G and I read daily devotions, and I would love to read you one. So why not? Let's hop right into it. Always listening. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. Psalm 145:18. Dad had hearing damage, so he wore hearing aids. One afternoon, Mom and I were talking longer than he thought necessary, so he responded playfully, "Whenever I want peace and quiet, all I have to do is this." He turned off both his hearing aids and folded his hands behind his head and closed his eyes in a serene smile. We laughed. To Dad, the conversation was over. How different God is from us. He always wants to hear his children. This is underscored in a short prayer of Nehemiah, a servant to the king of Persia. Nehemiah was visibly sad in the king's presence. When the king asked why, Nehemiah said, "The city of his ancestors lay in ruins." Nehemiah recounts, "The king said to me, 'What is it you want?' Then I prayed to the God of heaven, and I answered the king." Nehemiah's prayer lasted only a moment, but God heard it, and his request to build Jerusalem was approved. Isn't it comforting to know that God cares enough to listen to all of our prayers, short or long? Amen. Today's Bible reading is Nehemiah 2:1-9. Let's go ahead and read that. Early the following spring, in the month of Nisan, during the 20th year of King Artaxerxes' reign, I was serving the king in his wine. I had never before appeared sad in his presence, so the king asked me, "Why are you looking so sad? You don't look sick to me. You must be deeply troubled." Then I was terrified, but I replied, "Long live the king! How can I not be sad? For the city where my ancestors are buried is in ruins, and the gates have been destroyed by fire." Then the king asked, "Well, how can I help you?" With a prayer to the God of heaven, I replied, "If it please the king, and if you are pleased with me, your servant, send me to Judah to rebuild the city where my ancestors are buried." The king, with the queen sitting beside him, asked, "How long will you be gone? When will you return?" After I told him how long I would be gone, the king agreed to my request. I also said to the king, "If it please the king, let me have letters addressed to the governors of the province west of the Euphrates River, instructing them to let me travel safely through their territories on my way to Judah. And please give me a letter addressed to Asaph, the manager of the king's forest, instructing him to give me a timber. I will need it to make beams for the gates of the temple's fortress, for the city walls, and for myself." And the king granted these requests because of the gracious hand that God was on me. When I came to the governors of the province of west of the Euphrates River, I delivered the king's letters to them.